Severance? Not too much on Severance now. To me, Severance reminds me a bit of The Office. Not in like a funny way, but just how it's just painfully awkward and uncomfortable, and because it kind of has a workplace setting. So Severance basically is based in this office that is known as Lumon, and they make a lot of money, and it seems like the main characters are kind of in this data entry part of the organization, but they seem to have their main job is really important, and they deal with such sensitive information that the people who do the job have to undergo a procedure known as severance. So essentially, severance is people putting a chip in your brain, and that chip in your brain is supposed to separate your outside world from your work world. So when you're in the office, everything you say, you do inside the office, once you step outside of the office, you have no memories that you ever said it or you ever did it. And both lives exist, but completely separate from each other. So same as when you go inside of work, you have no memories of your life outside of work. Same as when you leave work, no memories of the office. And one thing, so we start off with this one lady experiencing severance, and she's not really that fond of it, and she wants to quit and leave. But the problem is that in order to quit in order to quit Lumon, you have to put in a resignation from your outer self, known as outies. But how does your outer self know you want to quit if it has no context or recollections of your inner self, you know? And it's so fascinating. And of course, you're not allowed to send messages between inner and outer selves. They're really strict about that. And it feels like it's set in the 90s in terms of the technology that they're able to access. So that also adds complications as to how much information can be collected and disseminated between the two selves. There's one character that I thought was going to be a minor character, Petey, but it seems like he's going to be more important as the series goes on. He was let go really abruptly, and he used to be the main character's boss, and I'm forgetting the main character's name now for some reason in the show. But so Petey gets fired, and then all of a sudden his subordinate, the main character of the show, is his name Adam in real life? I don't know why the name Adam is coming to me. Mark, I think, was his name in the show. I think it was Mark. So Mark ends up connecting with Petey on the outside, which is so weird because they don't know each other in the outside world, and their severed personalities wouldn't recognize each other. So it's quite interesting to see how the two of them engage. It's quite interesting to see how Helly kind of gets on working at this company, and for some reason she's not liking it and she doesn't want to stay, and she's trying to get out of there, but keeps getting into a bunch of hijinks instead. And it's so interesting because at first I thought, oh, this would be lovely. I would love to have an experience where work and life, my personal life, were like completely separate. But then it's like, now that I see it playing out in this show, I'm like, I don't know if I would want that. It's actually kind of scary. And I see that Helly, the new girl, she realizes that she made a serious error here, and she can't seem to figure out why she can't get out of it. At least her inner self knows she made a mistake. The outer self doesn't yet. But Mark's outer self is so fascinating that he would just trust Petey and connect with him on the outside. And I'm interested to see what adventures they're going to have together, to be honest. So I guess I spoiled a little bit, but I tried to be as vague as possible. And Irving's going on with some stuff too. I don't even know what's happening with Irving. But yeah, there's just something so creepy. There's just something so creepy about the show. There's something so creepy about the bosses. There's something so creepy about the work environment. And it's like you can put your finger on it that something is off here. You just don't know what it is, which makes it kind of fun, you know? So, yeah. Cheers to Severance. I will be binge watching it for the next few days, so I might have a bit more to say about it. Yeah.